What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Unknown Smug and I'm back at it with another video. So today this video is going to be on my 2K21 wish list and the 5 main things that I want 2K21 to have. So I'm going to show you guys some gameplay in the background. Don't get too distracted from it. I'm going to be cooking up, honestly. I'm not even going to cap. But yeah, I'm gonna go over my little gameplay, give you guys a little rant on what I think is broken in this 2K and why it needs to improve. But don't get me wrong, I love this 2K. I'm a huge fan of it, aside from interior defense. I'm a big fan of the gameplay. I like what 2K did this year, except this neighborhood, obviously, is a terrible idea. So we're gonna start with number 1. The first, and I don't mean in any order, I'm just listing these out. The first thing that I want 2K21 to have is a matchmaking 2s. Now, we got Mat 3v3 Pro-Am, right? That's a great game mode. When you don't have a 3s game, you go and you step in 3v3 Pro-Am and you get matched into the game. Although the servers are terrible and the matchmaking is terrible, you can barely find a game as soon as you hit Pro Bronze. It's something that if you have people running, you can play. But now, we don't have that on the 2s. So I play with my friend who's an Elite 2, and we try to get games on the 2s, and it takes us an hour to play maybe, 3 games? Because we just can't get a game. And 2K needs to incorporate a matchmaking 2s, because it'll also make rep grinding a lot more fun in the game, a lot less dry, because you can actually, as you see my teammate slamming on that guy, I'll explain to you guys about this little tactic we're doing right here in a little bit. But the game will actually be a lot more fun, because you can get games. And that's what's boring with it right now. I get on the game for 3 hours, and in 3 hours I play 6-7 games because we can't get a game on the 2s. So 2K21 needs to have matchmaking 2s. Number 2, this is a very great idea that I discussed with my friend, and it is for the stealing system of 2K21. So you see in 2K20 right now, everybody gets ripped. Doesn't matter what build, my apologies for my phone there. Doesn't matter what build you have, everybody gets ripped. It doesn't matter what your steal is, you can still rip people. You just spam square and you'll get a steal. 2K21, the way it should be done is, you know how two-way slash plays have around an 84 steal, 83 steal? I say 83 steal, or no, 85 steal and up should be allowed to rip any type of ball handling. Doesn't matter if you have a 99, 95, if you have an 85 plus steal, you should be allowed to rip any type of ball handling. However, I feel as if the pickpocket needs to be at least 2 tiers below the unpluckable, or they will not be able to get that steal. Or they should not be able to rip anyone, not get the steal. Poke the ball loose, they should not be able to do that. So let's say I'm rocking Hall of Fame unpluckable, you must have a pickpocket on silver to steal from it. Aside from that, I feel as if the way stealing should work is if you must have a higher steal than the ball handle for them to rip you. So you can be a lockdown with a 60 steal. If the player going up against doesn't have less than a 60 ball handle, you should not be allowed to rip them. I feel as if it'll make the game a lot more fair, and it'll reduce the spamming. Nobody will be spamming if you have low steal, and that's how it should be. If you have a low steal, you should not be getting rips. You should not be cooking people, especially when centers cookie a guard. That never happens in real life. On to number 3. Now, this is kind of hand in hand with the matchmaking system in terms of the matchmaking 2s and that, but I feel as if as soon as you step on the spot, the got next, the squad spot, anything like that, your rep should be hidden. Meaning it should only show your name, which is what it does when you guys get locked into a game. It should only be like that. Because then it either forces people to actually take their time and look into your stats, which I feel many people won't do, and they'll just get on the spot. And they won't run because they don't see you're a high rep. Especially, this works perfectly for high reps. If you cannot see the rep, now I understand, like, if you make it so you can't see the rep, it's like, what's the point of grinding for rep now? This is why I kind of said I feel as if it should be when you step on the spot. Because when you step on the spot, you don't really care. And honestly, when you're stepping on the spot to play a game, at that point you don't really care about people seeing your rep. If you're high rep and you're not a YouTuber or you don't have clout, then I feel as if more often than not you're like, please don't see my rep when you're on that god next spot. Now if they hide it there, you still can stroll around the park and the ante up and all that stuff, and in game see your rep, what rep you are, and you can show that off that you're high rep. However, when it comes to playing a game, people won't be able to see that and they won't run as much. That's what I feel like if 2K incorporates into this 2K21, it will be an amazing game. Now obviously this is just, I'm not gonna say this, I'm not gonna take a spot for this because this is a must. This is a must. If 2K21 does not have this, it will be done from the start. It better get rid of this neighborhood system. This neighborhood system is a terrible mechanic that has been put into this game because of the simple fact that it's bland. It looks so boring. Like, look at the background. How boring is that? How boring is the court color? There's no color. A lot of people say it, and it's true. There's no color. And number two, the biggest reason, this is what set 2K17 and below Park over everything else. When you load it into My Career, you load it into your My Court. From there, you chose Pro-Am, Park. If you clicked My Park, you clicked My Park with the intentions of going to play a park game, not to sit around AFK playing trivia, doing this on your player, doing that on your player, loading into a next My Career game, buying swags, clothes. Nobody came into the neighborhood to do, nobody came into the park to do that. Everybody, if you did that, you did it in the server, but your intention was to play park. Now the problem is, about half of the neighborhood is AFK at every single server. Every single server, half of the neighborhood is AFK. And when that happens, then it takes away a spot for someone who actually wants to play the game and play twos or play threes. It takes away a spot for them in that server, and now that's taken up by someone who's AFK. This is why all these parks are dying so quick. I can go on a 30-game streak, but not one of my courts will be on fire because of the fact that I have to keep leaving parks. That is ridiculous. Now, number 4. Long athletic, get it out of the game. Get it out of the game. And personally, I want 2K to go back to the holding L2 system without the right stick up, because of the fact that I feel as if interior defense in this game is terrible because of long athletic, and because of the fact that, let's say you're holding your right stick up and someone comes to go drive by you or go baseline, your guy will jump out in front of them and they'll just blow right by you like it's nothing. Like, you cannot guard baseline holding right stick up. You must read it and not hold the right stick up, or he's gonna get a blow by on you, and there's nothing you can do there. So who in the NBA is doing hop jumpers from the free throw line other than Giannis? And even then, that's just because this guy's 6'10 with max wingspan on everything, so he takes 2 steps from the free throw line and he dunks it. But now you got 6'2 players doing hop jumpers from the free throw line, and not only does it get them open half the time, because right stick up defense is terrible in this game. It's horrible. You can never stay on the guy. But it also gives them a stun if they have fancy footwork, anything past like gold. Now, how is that fair? Who in the NBA gets their ankles broken from someone doing a hop jumper? Maybe it'll catch you off guard, but your ankle should never be broken. The time it catches you off guard is when you think they're gonna dunk the ball. And when you think they're gonna dunk the ball, that's usually when you jump. And if you jump, then they should beat you. But you should never play good defense sitting there and they just do a hop jumper around you. That is what I think is the main issue with interior defense in general. That is why people say this year ISO takes no skill. And I like running screens a lot because of the fact that I don't want to just paint mash all game. I want to shoot threes. And the problem is that when you're running ISO, people just force you to just go into the paint. And I can score 20 straight like that, but I don't want to because it's boring. Now, the last thing, fix your goddamn servers, okay? I play Pro M3 all day for one reason. The 2K servers in Park are horrible, and every time I play it, I spike. Now, I don't want to go buy a PS4 Pro, and it better be better on the PS5. And I hope 2K really does not make a terrible game for the PS4 until the PS5 comes out. But the servers on 2K are horrible, and something needs to be changed. Now, that's my 5 wish lists for 2K21. I hope everything in this video comes true, and I hope 2K does a few tweaks to certain badges and take them out the game, but not the ones we like. I hope everything we like stays the same. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'm out. Catch you guys Monday.